Coming up on today's episode of Technoid, it looks like the Samsung Galaxy Note series is officially going to be gone. If you don't believe me, well then explain why Samsung is selling a conversion kit when the S21 Ultra rolls out. I'll explain all that on the episode. Also on today's episode, Samsung is expected to debut a new tag system similar to Apple's AirTag, but there's a little bit of tech behind it, so I will explain that. And lastly, Soundcore, it has a audio escape event, some kind of community challenge. And there's a certain image on the escape page, and I'm gonna kinda have a little fun with this last story, and let's create a little speculation. I'm not going to fool you guys, but let's have a little bit of fun on what this could be. All of that on today's episode, so stay tuned. Yo, what's happening everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to Technoid. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are staying safe. Now today, again, everybody, I've been saying it for a while. I gotta still thank it out. Today's episode is brought to you by Rogue Energy, the next best healthy alternative energy drink solution. If you're looking for your next picker-upper in the morning, definitely check out Rogue Energy. It has enough caffeine, enough vitamins, antioxidants, all natural, 0 calories, sugar-free, all the blah, blah, blah stuff. Check it out. Link in the description. Use my promo code TECHNOID to save yourself 10% off, probably to help cover the shipping costs. And also check out all the flavors they have and shaker tubs and everything. Now, all that out of the way, let's get it going. So story number one, the main story, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, as you know, for a while, I've been saying that the Note 20 is going to be the last Note that Samsung releases, and I've been saying that for a while now. I've been saying it since a year ago. I said that this is going to be the last Note. A lot of people haven't believed me, and a lot of people just did not take what I said seriously. Well, it seems like that is going to be the case because according to today's rumor, it seems that Samsung is in the process of selling a conversion kits for S21 Ultras. Basically, the way that this is going to work is for the S21 Ultra lineup for 2021, it looks like the Ultra will be getting a stylus support. Now, I've already talked about that. I've already explained how they were going to phase out the Notes in favor of the foldables in the August event, and the Ultra would be what the Note is. Well, according to a rumored tipster, it seems that the S21 Ultra is also going to be getting a tie-in with the Note 20, because apparently it seems that the S21 Ultra will have a silicone case with a S Pen holder. On top of that, they will also be selling an accessory that will help to convert your S21 Ultra into a Note-like status. So even though the phone won't have a stylus built into it, from what the reports and all of the rendered images, they will be selling accessories to help add on that stylus to make it like the Note. On top of that, they will also be having clear view covers with inbuilt S Pen holders. The accessories may also ship with the stylus. Now, of course, we're talking the cases, not the phone, because the phones won't have the stylus, but it will have the support built right into the software, according to the tipster. Going into further detail, it isn't confirmed whether or not they are going to pull the trigger, but every indication along with software OS build in the Ultra demos that people are leaking for some reason, it seems this is going to be the case. Now listen, I get it, it's a rumor, I get it sounds very speculative, but I've been saying it since a year ago. The Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra were the last Notes of its kind. I have been saying it for a while. Now, do I believe this is going to be the last year of the Note? Well, if it is going to be the last year of the Note, then why would Samsung want to consider including S Pen support in the Ultra? Why would they want to make accessories to hold the S Pen? Well, it's simple. They are going to phase out the Note. Now, of course, we don't know exactly when the Note's going to die. We don't know if it's even going to die. I mean, again, all the Notes from this point forward and a year or two ago, they're still going to be software supported, but the whole point of it is that Samsung is simplifying the lineup. They're moving away from having a Note phone because the S lineup can pretty much do everything that the Note does. The Note no longer feels like a Swiss Army knife. It feels like a copycat of a Swiss Army knife compared to its own brothers and sisters at this point. And the Note was a great phone. I loved the Note. I had the Note 10 Plus. I thought it was an absolute beast of a phone. But when the S lineup can do half of what the Note does, and now adding that stylus, it doesn't make sense to keep it around. So if Samsung is going to phase it out, the way that I project this to work is this. It will have the S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra. The Ultra will be that Note equivalent. The Plus and the regular will be the regular phones, and then the Ultra will be the big bad boy. And then in August, when we have the August event, they will refresh the foldables. That's the direction they're going. Because if you guys also don't remember, when they finished the August event, they had another event dedicated to the foldables only. That was kind of a segue for Samsung to kind of say, this is where we're doing. We're gonna have separate events for the folds. They discussed about it, but then they did their own event. So those are my evidence, those are my personal opinions, but that's really just what it comes down to, is Samsung is going to eliminate the Note, and it's a sad day for that, but you know what? It was inevitable, like Thanos. Story number 2, let's talk about those Samsung smart trackers. Now, as you know, Apple is making their own version called AirTags, and you know that thing is God knows wherever it is. And it looks like Samsung's gonna be following right in their shoes, as a patent has come out on the internet, of course in Korean, what else is new? But it looks like these trackers made by Samsung, they're dubbed the Galaxy Smart Tag. It seems that they will be working with Bluetooth rather than Wi-Fi, and that seems to be the case going into these trackers. There are some good news with that, as it will be a branded tile alternative, and Samsung will have a lot of features built into it, of course, with their Galaxy ecosystem. But the problem with that is that it will have to utilize ultra-wideband, which is the technology that I've been saying Apple has been using, and I think now companies are finally starting to pick up on that. But the problem with that is that these devices are going to have Bluetooth Low Energy, and it will have to have at least Bluetooth 5.1 to utilize up-to-date speeds on Bluetooth connectivity. And while ultra-wideband is supposedly on the table for this device, there still isn't much going on here, and this supposed render set down doesn't give much. So while we do know Samsung is going to be working on a tile alternative called the Galaxy Smart Tags, there's still a little bit of questions there. And like I said, they should be going in the route of Apple, taking advantage of ultra-wideband and utilize Bluetooth Low Energy. So that way you can conserve as much energy as possible. And on top of that, you can also utilize a technology that will benefit your ecosystem. It's not a matter of who steals what from somebody at this point. It's a matter of just making a product that works great for your system. That's really what it comes down to. And like I said, if companies were to go down that route, I don't think anybody would be mad. It's really good technology. So I'm really hoping to see what Samsung does with this. Again, we don't even have an idea when this is coming out, but this is the image of it. This is the breakdown, and we will see. We'll see what happens, and I'll tell you right now, it might do well. It might possibly do well. All right, boys and girls, now we get to the last story. Now, the reason why I saved this one last is because this is not really a news story. This is really just me kind of having fun. So if you want to watch this part of the show, you definitely have the choice to watch. Otherwise, you can head out. That's really it for the episode. But if you want to stick around, I definitely encourage you to. Now, as you know, Soundcore, I am a huge fan of Soundcore. I've gotten pretty much half of their products. I'm still in the process of buying more, as I would like to review them, and also just for my own personal use. And recently I was on the Soundcore website, and they were advertising something called #AudioEscape. Now, at first it was a community event. It's an exclusive event where they get their community involved, they really get to their users and have a little bit of fun with them, which is something that I really respect with Soundcore. But at the top of the sign up page, and I want you guys to take a close look at this, but there's something in there with a little bit of haze and an image of a Soundcore stem with supposedly what looks like a bud in the background. Now, I did a little bit of scouring on the Soundcore website for products. I thought, okay, maybe this is just a product that they have in the background, but this is not. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna have a little bit of fun with this episode. We're gonna speculate on what this could be. Now, of course, this is not a news story. This is not me trying to create fake hype. This is just me wanting to have fun because I am a Soundcore fan and I really do like what they bring to the table. And I gotta say, this could be the Liberty Air 3. Now listen, before you go any further, you're probably saying, where is your evidence? Where are you drawing this conclusion? Well, let's take a look at the article real quick. If you take a look at this, it says the escape is coming. Now, of course, they are referring to the audio escape of this room, this kind of event that they're having. But if you look at the image itself, the image is blurred out with the stem showing. So that's your first indication. That design goes in hand with the Liberty Air 2. But look at the wording, the escape is coming, ... And notice that little foggy haze? That kind of reminds me of marketing that they use for ANC. When you want to push active noise canceling, you use the word escape. And also the styling of how things are blurred out, how things are just moved away, where you can kind of go in a different route. So that's evidence number 2. But then evidence number 3, when you zoom in closely, if you can actually make it out from a far distance, there is a little red tip in there. Now you're probably saying, well, what is that red tip? Well, if you remember, the Liberty Air 2 silicone tips have a red indicator on the inside of the bud. So my guess, and this is just my opinion, this is not a fact, this is just opinion, but I think this event is not only going to enable the community, it's going to get them going, but I think in this event, they are going to announce a brand new headphone. And I think that headphone is going to be the Liberty Air 3 or Liberty Air Pro, whichever way they go, whatever they call it. Basically, it will be the refresh. I think this is the ANC version of the Liberty Airs. And the reason, like I said, is in the images and in the way they're marketing, because then they even go towards the end of the event, from Christmas celebrations and New Year's resolution to the 10-day countdown begins. That could be the 10-day countdown to when they reveal the headphones. So this event might have Easter eggs, might have a few tweaks and stuff. So keep your eye out, guys. If you're doing this event, keep your eye going, see what you can find. But those are my evidence. Again, this is just a fun episode. I did not want to include this as a main story, so that's why I made this at the end of the episode. So if you made it through, I definitely hope you enjoyed it. And Soundcore fans, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think this could be? And that's for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody. I will see you all on Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Thank you for watching, and peace!